DD214 Gaming podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Number 99. Number 99. How you guys feeling?
Oh, doing all right. How are you guys doing today?
I'm awake.
On the struggle
Still
bus
working
there?
on getting all fucking awake, but I'm awake.
We're getting there. We're getting there, right?
Fucking A. Fucking A.
Jesus Christ.
I'm at that happy medium where I'm surprised I woke up when the alarm went off this morning, and I'm surprised I made it here before y'all clicked live.
You did good, Joe. We're glad to have you, Joe. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming off of strep throat. You're coming off of an ER trip. Jay, you had any medical issues this week?
Yeah, I went to the fucking gym and got goddamn fucking ripped, bro. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, my fucking issue is my dick's too fucking hard. Yeah.
All right. What about mental?
Well, fuck, Jesus Christ, dude, that's like a daily occurrence, man. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh shit!
It's fucking Jay, of course. He's mental in some fucking way. It
wouldn't be Jay. It wouldn't be Jay if I wasn't. I mean, you know, it just wouldn't be the same. Just wouldn't be the same. So,
yeah. The sickness is going through though. Like I started it started like a week and a half ago. I started getting this lump in my throat, and I was like, oh boy.
Lymph nodes, yeah, when you can feel it coming, like a day or two ahead, yeah, and you just know it's coming.
First thing I told myself was, "Oh boy, COVID's coming back to get me now."
Right,
and you know, and then once I found out it was just strep throat, I was like, "Woo, let's go, baby!"
Well, that's kind of, you know, a couple. I think it was back in beginning of February. I had a fucking week there where I had no fucking voice. Just woke up on a fucking Monday morning. Fucking lymph nodes were swollen all to hell. Wasn't COVID, wasn't the flu, wasn't even fucking strep throat. Yeah.
Sore throat?
Nobody fucking knew. I mean, I technically was referred to a specialist, and I just shit went away after a couple cups of tea with honey and lemon and some meds. So I just said, fuck it, I'm not following up.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, man. Digging the fucking tunes in the background today, bro. That's fucking, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, tunes are brought to you by Pretzel.rocks, good old Streamlabs music player, which I thought was a good idea. Hey, if it's non-copyright, why can't we use it?
That's what the fuck we do, man. We pirate like literally everything. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what the fuck we're about here.
So what happened to you this week, Squillini? We had a nice little conversation.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude.
So Monday, I'm sitting here, I'm working, I'm doing some stuff, just fucking doing my normal day-to-day bullshit. I'm in a fucking call with my boss and my right hand, and all of a sudden just fucking left eye just blacked out. It was gone for about an hour and a half, and then it came back, and then afterwards just a massive fucking headache. I'm a fucking guy. Like, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm just like, okay, fucking, my body's weird as it is. Thank you, fucking United States military.
Wait. You're like you lost vision in your eye, and you were just kind of like, fuck it, like just kind of brushing it off.
Yeah.
God, what is wrong with you, dude? No, dude.
Yeah, no. And then the next day, I'm talking to my boss.
Waited a whole
24
day.
hours
The next
later.
day.
And he's a paramedic, and I say this to him, and he's like, dude, you know what? The multitude of things that could have fucking happened. You could have had a stroke, fucking aneurysm.
Yeah,
He's like
dude.
listing all this shit off, and he's like, I'm refusing to sign off on your fucking time card for this pay period if you don't clock the fuck out now and go to the goddamn ER.
It's like, dude,
Dog.
Sudden vision loss is a bad thing, Joe. It's a bad thing. Like, it's kind of on par with like a broken arm. It's like you just hanging limp. It's like you might want to get that shit checked out.
You know what? But see, here's the thing. I live under the assumption that shit happens. If it's my time, it's my time. Fuck it.
Well, sure, but
I have to agree with that because that's the way I live too.
Yes, but that doesn't preclude you from like seeing medical professionals when medical shit happens. That's my. I'm a little confused about the whole like.
So I want to chime in on this because I just want to say, Squillini, I'm the exact same way. I probably had pancreatitis for like the last like 5 months, and I haven't gone to see a specialist about it. And like, you know what I mean? And then I had the issue with my finger, which my finger, I don't know if you heard that, but it pops now.
Of course, because you never got it checked out.
I did actually.
You guys are like fucking privates, dude. You guys are like fucking privates, not going to fucking sick call, dude.
Oh,
like,
I got out of
just trying to tough it out and just like get like shin splints so fucking bad their like legs fall apart and they're 22 years old and they can't walk anymore. You know what I mean?
My mans, I got out honorably as a PFC dog.
He still is a fucking private.
I will always be a PFC. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
Although hearts and minds says I was an E4 through time in service. So, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, I know people that were fucking E3s for fucking 12 years.
Yo.
Back in the day, before GWAT, like it was not uncommon. You know what I mean? Where like if you got in trouble like even once before you fucking hit sergeant, like man, fucking good luck fucking climbing back up, dude, because it's gonna be a while. You know what I mean? Like they fucking hammered people back in the day. Like
we'll talk about hammering. There was actually a funny clip. Actually, I'd like to show you guys a funny clip.
What you got?
This was actually sent this morning on our DD214 Gaming.
Oh, is this that fucking?
Yeah, and actually, it's hilarious. Jay,
I don't think I've seen it, so here we go. I'm going in blind. What do you got, John?
So it's a clip of our good friend Ninja.
Okay.
Let's see if we can pull it up here.
Please hold while John has technical difficulties, everybody.
I'm still learning. I feel like I'm just starting over again.
No, you're doing fine.
All right, here we go.
Shockwaves to finish the job, because if that guy had shockwaves after he railed me like that from behind, wait a minute.
I've seen this clip so many fucking times.
After he shot on my back. After he came from behind me. If you're gonna play like
It's just not working for him today. Hey, was that volume good for you guys?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure, man. So yeah, man. Well, how was? Yes, that's a hell of a week, Swillini. I'm
had
sorry,
that fucking
man.
emergency room visit, and they come in to give me the fucking migraine concoction bullshit that they give people that are having a really bad fucking migraine.
Those idiot
waiting on the
doctors.
CT
What the fuck
scan.
do they know? Those fucking morons.
And I don't know which medicine in that fucking shit did it, but I've been out of my anxiety medication for a bit now. And once all that medicine, like 5 minutes after it fucking got in my system, I was ready to rip the IV out, walk the fuck out the motherfucker. I just went straight fucking panic attack. Because like I was feeling drowsy, but I was overheating at the same time. And it was just nothing was working for me. And then I'm going to tell you that fucking CT contrast that they use, fuck that shit. Oh, I wasn't sure when that fucking contrast goes. Have you ever had a fucking CT and had to have the fucking contrast, Jay?
Yeah.
Because the second that shit went in me, I wasn't sure if I pissed myself, shit myself, had fucking blood coming out of all my fucking pores. Shit is some fucked up shit.
Oh man. Oh shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, that's pretty much what my fucking week consisted of.
Oh shit, man, that is something else. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
John, what'd you do fucking this week?
Well, since we always mix in some of these reviews and stuff. This week I played while on strep throat. I got my taxes. Hooray,
nice.
Hurrah. Everyone always gets happy when the rest of the taxes comes in. So I'm pretty happy about that. I got me this fantastic X-Men Xavier School of Gifted Youngsters hat.
Dope.
I got this dope ass fucking Ninja Turtles windbreaker, baby.
That's Ninja Turtles?
Yep.
I also got a SpongeBob one. Also, my wife hooked me up with the new wedding band, baby. Look at the jewels. Yeah, man.
That's cool.
And it is cream because it's from Kay's Jewelers, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I got jewelry from Kay's Jewelers. And, it was funny because I'm always looking at new stuff to upgrade my computer, to upgrade my setup and stuff like that. And for the first time in probably like 2 years, I was actually looking at clothes and shoes and stuff like that instead of like looking at things so it was, now that this week I had like a lot of like reflection on actually completing the setup with the build that you made for me, Joe. And just like, I'm so like super, like I've just been so full of ambition and completion. And I've just like, it's so cool to go back. And now I'm looking at clothes. I'm just like, oh, I don't need anything anymore. Like I have literally everything I fucking need,
being content.
In content. So this week, we played, of course, your favorite GTA RP. And I have a crazy video coming out today.
Cool.
Of myself trying to rob a store, which ended with a mounted lion killing a police officer and me getting arrested shortly after.
That is fucking hilarious. That sounds exactly like freaking like GTA freaking like.
Yeah, the way it's supposed to be. It was great. I had a good time, but the bread and butter, and I wish I had more time to play this, but when you're playing with the homies on GTA RP, you can't when you're so intertwined with your homies, you don't want to really back and forth too much. So I did a little bit of some Red Dead RP this week, and holy shit, guys. To kind of start it off, you're in the Wild West, okay?
Right.
You don't have
it's Red Dead.
You don't have your flying cars, you don't have your automatic weapons and stuff like that. So you have a specific grind that you need to partake in. You have a horse, you need money to get a horse. So if you don't have a horse, you need to walk around. Now that's really cool because I could actually talk to you about like some of the locations. I've gone through many experiences. I've gotten into a bar fight, which I showed you guys the clip before. I got kidnapped once, which actually the person who kidnapped me broke the rules because I was in for 6 minutes. The first time I ever played, and as soon as I came in, he robbed me. Like, he came in and was just like, "You're getting kidnapped," and I was screaming for help, and he got out of his gun and was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Scream for my life, scream for help." Love you. You know, and he pointed the gun and he was like, "If you scream anymore, we're going to have some issues." So, went through the bank robbery. What was funny about this bank robbery is that he ended up knocking out his friend and he ended up leaving halfway through the robbery, and the police got me out and stuff like that. Another instance is I was just going through the woods. I'm a hunter. In GTA RP, I hunt. I'm a hunter. So I wanted to hunt in Red Dead Redemption because it's just natural to want to hunt in Red Dead Redemption. And you're in there. The hunting is really cool. But as I was hunting, 2 guys came up to me, really nice guys. They're just like, "Oh, so what do you do for?" They're asking me questions. They're just like, "Oh, what do you do for money here?" I'm just like, "Oh, I chop wood, hunt animals, mine for salt, nitrite, iron, and stuff like that." Just like, "Okay, great. Put your hands up." Now here's the thing with the rules with RP, when you're in GTA or Red Dead RP, the one major rule is if you are outnumbered, the rule is it's called the fear for your life rule. You play the game as if you're living your life. So if 2 guys have a gun at you, you're not just gonna, depending who you are. Some people have bent the rules a little bit where they feel that there are this tough guy, law-abiding citizen, and they pull out their gun and they shoot one guy, but next thing you know, they're dead. It's a Reservoir Dog situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where so that's where the rules come in. And I think that the one interesting thing about like GTA RP and Red Dead RP is that GTA RP, you have like crazy moments, very fun stuff, and you hanging out with the boys. But with Red Dead, it's more actor based. They're more character based, and they're more essential. Like if you break character, like you're gonna get your ass kicked, like legitimately, like
considered bad form, basically. Yeah.
And we're talking about lassos. We're talking about and it's so cool because the one server I'm playing in, I'm gonna get more time on it. They're called Forbidden Trails. They have a Native American tribe that sells peyote. They have a lumber yard where you could sell your wood. I have a shitty horse right now. But the one thing that's interesting is that the criminals are ruthless. Okay, last night I was in a situation where I did my hunting, made my money. I'm gonna go back home to Blackwater because that's where I'm staying at. I like Blackwater. I feel safe there. And the the old Western trick.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the bridge? A fucking wagon.
Of course,
there's a wagon. The
draw you into a trap. Yeah.
The day old trick. So I see it in the distance, and I pull out my rifle, and I'm looking around, and I'm just like, okay,
here we go.
So something's about to go down. I'm ready for that action. I just realized this music hasn't been on the whole time. Wait, can you hear the music?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, area seems clear. Could be hiding in the bush, but we're gonna take the risk anyway. I try to go around the wagon, and I hear, "Hey, buddy, don't go through that bridge. Don't go through that bridge." And it's this asshole with a bucket on his head.
Buckethead told you not to go.
There's a literal guy with a bucket on his head, and I'm looking around, and I immediately pointed my gun at him, immediately, and I said, "Don't come any closer." He's just like, "Whoa, buddy, just there's a troll under the train. We're just blocking the train so the troll doesn't get nobody." And I'm like, "All right, buddy." So as soon as I was like, I'm just gonna keep walking. I got my gun pointed at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Buddy, don't get funny now." He says, "All right." He goes, "Have a good day." He goes, "Oh, but one more thing. What do you think about put your fucking hands up?" And I'm just like, "Oh, okay."
I would have just started blasting, dude.
So he starts asking me. He starts asking me, what do you have in your pocket? I just have a little salt, whatever. I had like $130 in my pocket.
Right.
He goes, well, my boy behind you is going to check. I did not know that there was someone behind me, and I turned around and there was a dude behind me, and he lassoed me. Now, here's the thing about these criminals in these RP servers. Some of them are such fucking dicks that they don't give a fuck what you're grinding. They take everything from you, and this one individual took everything I had in my pockets. I had made about $80 yesterday, and this motherfucker...
John, you got to stand up for yourself, homie. You got to stand up for yourself, homie.
I was trying to follow the rules. Plus, I was streaming. You know, I didn't want to break RP. And it's 2 against 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I did what I was supposed to. I alerted the police, and I'm talking to them, and I'm telling them, you guys are real fucking scum. You're going out here, you're going after the wrong guys. I'm a law-abiding citizen. The guy's like, like we could be a lot nicer about this. I'm like, a lot nicer about this. Go fuck yourself, dog. Next thing you know, I hear, put your fucking hands up, put the guns down, and there's the goddamn marshals on the bridge.
No
guns pointed, and they just like, criminals get away. Marshals look at me, they're like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I got saved by a 5-0. So in this moment, I'm still thinking to myself, I just lost all my fucking money. I just traveled all the way from fucking Blackwater to fucking Strawberry hunting, walking nonetheless.
Walking.
I had a horse, but I was loading my horse with the cargo.
Oh, got you.
You know how it is.
I know, dude. I'm very familiar with that game map, dude. So that's like,
Blackwater to Strawberry is not pretty.
No,
I haven't even gone to the mountains yet.
The landscape is beautiful, but getting there from one point to the other, like when you don't have fast travel on fucking Red Dead, dude, even on horseback, you're gonna be traveling for a while.
Yeah,
walking, I can't even fucking imagine, dude.
Now I walked the whole time, mining, chopping, and hunting. Made a bunch of money. I was very happy. So I was still pretty upset. I was like, dude, I just lost all my fucking money. I was just playing for 2 hours. I was about to get off and just like, oh, c'est la vie, go in my camp, and this just happened. About a minute and a half later, I'm going back to Blackwater, and this marshal stops me. He goes, was this the guy who got you? I was like, yeah, that's the son of a bitch. And I was like, I told you not to fuck around. My friends were going to come over and see you. He goes, you're a cop? I'm like, no. I was like, but I have friends in Blackwater. You fucking come around here, do this shit in Blackwater, you're fucked. I got all my fucking money back, homie. The marshals got me.
Nice, dude.
The marshals took care of me. So not only is there a sense of community, mm-hmm. There's a sense of morality with the marshals, because even the marshal said, he goes, I'll pay you the money. I don't care. I got the money. I'll give it to you. So it was really cool. We're talking about 60 people in a big server, and you barely encounter anyone, so you have to travel. Sure. The last instance that I do have is very cool. And it's so cool because, like, I play a lot of Planet ZRP too, and it's like there's a lot of the same but a lot different. And it's just like, so when I'm going into Red Dead, I tell the guys, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go jump on my time machine. I'll be back. But the last instance is the sense of again, community. I was walking by and there was this dude playing the trumpet. Nice. Loud, right? I go up to him, and there's people around, I'm just trying to be comical, and I go up to this character, this NPC, and I'm like, shut the fuck up with the goddamn trumpet. The person wasn't an NPC. The guy talked back and was like, what the fuck you just say to me? So in this moment, I'm like, oh shit, I got caught, and now I have to do something. And I turn around and I'm like, I just told you to shut the fuck up with the trumpet, or I'm going to shove it up your goddamn ass. We start fighting. We start punching each other, and the marshal starts lassoing us. He's like, hey, you cut it out. You cut it out there. Overall, it's great. A lot of head crashes, which mean I get kicked out of these. I get kicked. A lot of game crashes. This seems to be a thing with Red Dead Redemption that I don't get with GTA RP. I don't know if it's a thing with cash. I don't know if it's a thing with data, but I have a hard time staying in a game for longer than 2-3 hours, and then it kills the motivation, especially if you're in a scene. Sure. some really cool things. Animals are vicious as ever. Locals are vicious as ever. You could do bounties with your friends and make that type of money, which I think it's like $80 a bounty. So like if you know, it's cool, you know. So I recommend anyone to play Red Dead Redemption RP. Also, I'm trying to think. Do I have any reviews for any shows? The only thing I've been watching this.
Finish the story for Red Dead 2.
Did you guys watch Last of Us last week?
Oh yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple things, but I mean, like, why don't you guys?
We can talk about it now since we could segue to your thing, because my week is pretty much done. Guys, remember spoilers. You know what's about to go down.
Yeah, total fucking spoilers. What? This was episode 6, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Gotcha.
Production wise, loved it.
They're trending very heavily back, like back into like the really kick-ass fucking story mode, basically, as far as like they got back on track as far as like we kind of lost a couple of episodes, you know, with them fucking around in Kansas City, and now it's transitioning very quickly back to like, okay, we still have a fucking mission and we've got to find a way to complete it. And 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. And let me get that. And there we go. Okay, yeah. So there were a couple things I liked in this episode, and there were a couple things I did not like. Okay, so one of the things I did like, I liked the idea that there was a pocket community that kind of like found a way to sustain itself and kind of become this, like, they even say it in the episode, like it's basically a commune. You know what I mean? Like they basically like a bunch of people that used to be Americans like created a commune, and they created a small functioning, you know, town, basically, or village you might call it, and they made it work. But they even say in there that it is in that particular world, after this plague of whatever, they're not necessarily always safe still either. So they are still very, very like aggressive to outsiders. There's a couple of characters earlier in the episode that say like everybody that goes on the other side of the river ends up dead, you know, which we kind of see exactly how it would happen. And it makes sense after you see the community. It makes sense that they would be very, very hostile to anybody, you know, any outsiders, basically.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, I will say this episode did give us more of an uptrend after 4 and 5.
Yeah, Kansas City, basically.
And I do like, you know, the community that they found, the way they pulled that off. If you watch, like, if you keep the show going for a couple minutes after the credits, they kind of do a behind the scenes of each episode. And with this, they actually are using a real fucking town. Like, that wasn't a Hollywood set or anything. That was a town.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
They literally...
For the good old Western town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's places like that in... so that's in... I think that one is in Wyoming, right?
Yeah, that's where...
Okay, yeah.
So that's like, yeah, they have places like that in areas like where I grew up in Tucson, right? There's actually two. There's two on either side of the city. They are, you know, it's old Tucson studios on the far west side. Of Tucson, and then on the opposite side of the Rincon Mountains, and you can actually see parts of it in Tombstone, the movie Tombstone. There's another Old West set that has been built and has been in existence for a long time, but lesser.
And people live there.
No, they don't. No, they don't live there. Old Tucson Studios is still. It's kind of a theme park, and it's kind of like a seasonal theme park. But it has been used in a lot of movies, like Three Amigos, fucking Young Guns 2. The one on the other side of the Rincons, on the far east side of Tucson, is the one that was used in like Tombstone, and they use that one for more like sweeping like landscape shots in the background, because there's nothing around there except like mountains. And then fucking Tombstone is like 40 minutes down the road, like actual Tombstone that has, you know, like the streets like the Wild West, you know. if you go out west where all the mining towns were, there's a lot of these things like around. You just have to kind of like look for them, and it's fairly common in the western states to come across like an old west town, basically, like here and there. Go ahead, Joe.
So with this one, the actors and stuff, when they were doing the behind the scenes of the episode stuff, they were saying that there were actual people that still lived in this town. Like, that was home. They just came in, they did add some stuff to give it that flair of it's post-apocalyptic.
Right. And a flair of communism too.
It was so
majority
hilarious
of
when they
it
made that
was
comment
the
in the show
actual
because,
fucking town and shit. Like,
so they have like these like compound looking areas that are just like in the middle of nowhere, just like that. I think that's really fucking cool.
Well,
there's a lot of people that do that, like where they'll throw up like fucking 4 or 5 like double wides, and then fucking gate it off, and then you live basically with your little.
Are they legal? Are they legal municipalities?
Eventually they can be. You have to petition for that. That would depend on your location in the states and what your local state and county laws are. But
you have to make sure you're not on native land too, right? Because especially if you're talking about like Wyoming and area.
On the land, you've got to get utilities hooked up. Freaking you have to get permission to do a lot of stuff if you want to like X, Y, or Z. Because you might be places like Wyoming. It's wide open. For those of you guys who've never been to Wyoming, I've driven through. I took my daughters to Yellowstone a few years back, and I drove through almost the entirety of like southern and western Wyoming to get there from Colorado, and there is fucking nothing there. Like, this is one of those places where like if you stop in Jackson and you're going to Cody, fucking you leave Jackson with a goddamn full tank, and fucking when you see a fucking gas station down the road somewhere, you top it off because you don't
matter if it's only been 50 miles or fucking 100 miles. The second you see that first gas station, you pull in and you re-top off.
Yep, there's places very similar to that.
Interesting.
There ain't fucking shit out there, bro. Like it's nothing. And these towns, there's only a few towns in Wyoming. Wyoming has less people, literally less people than like the whole state has less people than like where I grew up in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh shit.
Less like I mean literally like the whole state has like a little over like 500,000 or 600,000 people. Less than a million people live in the whole fucking state, and the state is huge. So when I say there's nothing out there, and there are people that will buy up tracts of land, they will start slowly adding utilities and X, Y, and Z because they just want to fucking live by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually
it's common out west for people to go hide, basically. Like that's basically
I've actually been watching a lot of videos recently where like police officers breaking jurisdiction, going into tribal land. And I'm starting to realize that like the tribal police that watches the lands over there and in their municipalities, they don't fuck around.
Oh
like,
no!
If you're not supposed to be there, you're not supposed to be there. Like especially because like there's hunting seasons. There's
all kinds. In Arizona, Arizona has I think the biggest reservations as far as percentage of the land of the state. Arizona has like number one in that. Like they have the most reservation land as compared to like the size of the state. And when you're on the res, you do not fuck around because if the tribal police fucking snatch you up, dude, like fucking good luck, homie.
Yeah, I watched
you don't just got snatched the fuck up.
Yeah, like you're gonna have a fucking bad night and probably fucking a lot of bad days fucking ahead, dude. Because they do not play, dude.
Yeah,
like that is their sovereign land. So
yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos about that and learning a lot about. Actually, thanks to Red Dead Redemption, just kind of like learning up about like jurisdictions and what and tribal lands and things like that. It's very interesting. But yeah, but it's also very interesting because I think we finally got to see the 2 first Native American characters in Last of Us, were the old couple that Joel and Ellie were talking to.
Yeah,
and who were pretty cool, by the way. I wouldn't mind seeing like a bit of maybe like a 4-episode spinoff of them or something.
Just a couple of old couple that's been together like just forever, and like
they
don't
chilling.
even just chilling and don't even give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? Like I loved when he returned to the house and she was sitting there as he opened the door. She immediately alerted him with her eyes. Like that people were in the room, and like freaking like, and it was one of those things where like that was going to be another one of my like critiques of this. We'll get to it later, but one of my critiques was that again I'm seeing a little bit I'm not seeing some of the tactical movements that I would like to see from fucking Joel. You know what I mean? And Ellie. But it's a TV show.
I'm waiting to see what happens this week after the way that episode ended.
After when they
and that's an interesting thing because like it with the way that the trailers are showing and whatever it looks like that they're kind of like fast tracking and going into The Last of Us too. But
well, and we still have 4 episodes left, and there's still plenty of story. And after how it ended, this I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a very similar occurrence in the video game, is there not? Where like Joel gets wounded very badly, basically, right? And that's freaking. So anywho, like I mean, if we want to, so they're at the fucking the hippie commune, okay, fucking where everybody's kind of figured out how to fucking do life again and like restart, some semblance of fucking, a productive society. And Joel has to make this fucking crushing decision of like, we have to leave like again immediately. Like we don't have time. We don't have time to do this.
After finding his brother, and then, well, and again, the real threat is that anybody who sees that she's fucking contaminated, they're gonna shoot her on sight. And so whether she's immune or not is irrelevant. Anybody that sees she's still infected.
She's infected, and they're just gonna freaking take her out. And so, so they go on this freaking, whatever 10-day ride they said down to freaking, Colorado. Ride is pretty uneventful. Although having done Wyoming to Colorado, man, you can see forever. And so that's one of those things where I don't even know how you'd be tactical on horseback. You can hear sound carries in great wide, wide open spaces.
Interesting.
But the real kind of mistakes I saw occurred when they went into the college. That was a just clusterfuck of like every bad decision you can make. When there's only 2 of you, when you have a fucking animal with you, you depend on the animal for fucking survival.
Yeah.
All that shit. Like they really fucking, that was a bad move. Absolutely like poor play. There's fucking 4 armed people out there, whether they have guns or not. There's 4 armed people. You are 2. One of them being a teenage girl. You know what I mean? Like, you do not fucking instigate. Yep. You don't fucking like. They could have hidden in that building in about 10 million different places and waited for those assholes to leave. They should not have left their horse so close to where they were.
Or Joel should have never left all that shit on the horse. He should have taken that saddlebag with him and stuffed it somewhere.
So in the infantry, in light infantry, we used to do a thing where we would have like a tactical base, and that would be like we would set up our tactical base. And when we would go on patrols, there would be people behind protecting the tactical base, and then you send out your patrol, and you go do your patrol thing, and then when you come back, you're coming back into the patrol
TB,
yeah, fucking. So anywho, fucking, that's what they should have done. They should have left that fucking horse hidden in a fucking valley or a fucking ravine or fucking something, tied it to a fucking tree, and they should have walked like the last fuck, man,
5-6 miles.
Maybe not necessarily that far, but far enough where you have eyes on what you're fucking going for, and you have places of fucking like retreat or fucking cover and concealment all the way up there and back,
and just leaving a shit show as well too.
Well, and that's the thing when you again, I can't say they started the fight, but again, like, why would you? The horse being right out back was just a ringer and a dead giveaway that people were fucking there. And yes, they probably should have gone into the hospital because they needed information and like where the fuck did everybody go, which they did get. You know what I mean? But they paid very, very dearly for not being tactically proficient with their fucking movements and now the fucking ending. The cliffhanger ending of this fucking episode is fucking. Joel's got a fucking massive fucking puncture wound and fucking he's leaking and he's fucking passed out and fucking that poor little girl doesn't know how
and it's cold
directions work. Like I didn't see her pulling out a compass, so she don't even know where the fuck they're at. So
yeah, and on top of that too, it's fucking
7, right?
And it's fucking cold as hell too. Like, dude, it's cold
in Colorado, especially, like, which is where they are. I just fucking moved back to Kansas City from there. I was there for 7 fucking years. I did more time in the field than I can probably fucking shake a stick at right now. And when it gets fucking cold and frigid like that, when the wind is blowing, it is just, you talk about a morale suck. Like you don't even want you don't want to fucking move. You just want to like go hide in a building somewhere. And it's like, no, we got to go do fucking X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you don't want to get out of your stuff sack in the morning. Everything fucking sucks. You know, it's a morale drain. Your breakfast in the MREs are fucking, you're eating frozen MREs. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you can barely fucking bite through this shit because it froze overnight. You know, I started fucking sleeping with like on my MREs. I put them like underneath my legs just to keep them fucking warm at night. And so some of those nights in the field, man, where it was like, so at least they wouldn't be fucking frozen. Like I made the mistake of leaving MREs in a rucksack one night, and it got we got like rain, and then it froze, and then it fucking snowed. And so that next morning, dude, I had nothing fucking like, it was bad news fucking bears for Jay that day in the field, but I learned a very valuable lesson.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it did fucking sucked, bro. So yeah, fucking.
I can only imagine, you know, pulling fucking one of those Ranger bars out of a fucking MRE.
Yeah,
and those things are hard enough to chew fucking normally.
Yeah.
And now it's a fucking damn chunk of fucking frozen.
Fucking God knows what. And that's exactly what it. Yeah, that's basically what it turned into. You know what I mean? I like squeeze as much peanut butter out of that fucking thing as I can, and just like gnaw on it for a while until it softens up. You know,
that's
like
that point where you get your fucking damn knife out your pocket and you cut the fucking tube all the way open.
Right.
So you can just kind of like, it's a fucking peanut butter icicle.
Right.
Ice pop at that point.
Well, all in all, great episode.
I would agree. This episode was definitely a step up, though. It was definitely a step up. Like,
we're going back to at least episode 1 and 2, which were good, and then it's still going to be extremely hard to fucking top 3.
I don't. I'm with only having 4 episodes left. I'm just gonna call it right now, unless they do the most spectacular episode 9 and 10, dude. Like, which I'm sure they're gonna make it emotional as fuck. But as far as like a single episode story, at fucking episode 3 was like, that was like Emmy Award winning shit right there. That was just like unquestionably.
I gotta say too. Pedro Pascal. I mean, just this episode alone, because you don't see a lot of tough guy characters falling apart like that. You know, because even
like
before,
suffering from fucking anxiety and shit. Like,
like even before the stab wound, the guy was like having an anxiety attack or something. Like something's going down with him. So and now it's probably one of the funniest memes that are out there right now. It's like,
he's like, oh, ugh. Like fucking when your chest gets all fucking tight and fucking.
Pedro Pascal is very meme face worthy. You have to see his video when he takes his lie detector test. He takes the light and they ask him like, do you look at fan pages to feed your ego? And he's just like, yes.
I'll send him a fucking screenshot of when the fucking mountain crushed his fucking skull in fucking Game of Thrones, dude. I'll send him a meme of that. I'll be like, here's your ego, bro. Stay humble, homie. Stay humble.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a lot of the interview. Like he's a fucking hilarious person, just in general.
He's a cool dude. He really is.
You know, going around and like at these red carpet events, people fucking the interview people and shit from the news channels, they're asking him questions. He's like, you can just call me daddy.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Like just shit like that. And it's like, this guy does not give a fuck. He's here to entertain, and he doesn't care how he does it.
They call him a lot with actors and actresses.
Yeah,
they've been doing it for so long. Like that's what brings them joy, is lighting up the room, basically. You know.
And let me tell you, his SNL skit that he did. I have to send you that. Oh my god! Well, that one was funny too, the Super Mario one. But the one with the lady from Temescula, where he's sitting at the table. And the table's fucking going crazy. He couldn't hold his laughter. Like he kept on breaking character. It was great.
I saw part of the Woody Harrelson one last night. Next week, this coming Saturday, Travis Kelce is fucking hosting, and I'm looking forward. Who's Travis Kelce? Really?
Yeah.
Jay, it's John. He doesn't know sports.
Tight end.
Which sport?
Tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champions.
Oh, does he have a tight end?
He's the best fucking tight end of all time, homie.
He is the tight end, John.
He is the probably greatest of all time at this point. He's rapidly like catching up to and surpassing Gronk. He's like,
and with how Jay's talking about him, it's almost like Jay wants to touch his tight end.
I do. And if that motherfucker, if I ever fucking walk into a bar and he's in there in Kansas City, fucking his drinks are on fucking me, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Now remember, our boy Pedro Pascual is going to be coming back on The Mandalorian in 3 days. 3 days.
is it 3 days for the Mandalorian? Really?
It's 3 days.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on
March
two
1st.
major hit shows on 2 major platforms actively at the same time.
But see, that means the good thing is,
I mean, he's due. He's due. I mean, he's been in the game long enough as an actor. He finally got some starring roles and really showed his chops. And now it's led to like other stuff. That's how he got Last of Us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was he fucking knocked it out of the park with the fucking Mandalorian. You know what I mean? Like it's like the dude that played fucking what's his name? The bad guy in No Country for Old Men. You know, what's that guy's name?
Javier Bardem.
There you go. That guy was like, he has always been a fucking great actor. And
Yeah.
he finally started getting some roles that really showed his like how fucking talented he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
He did so good as Ricky Ricardo, I have to say. He was phenomenal as Ricky Ricardo. But yeah, how was the rest of your week, Jay?
oh, mine was okay. I had a couple of minor surprises as far as like what, you know, when we talk about our weeks in review and some of the things
Like that bruise?
dude, you want to see the fucking bruise, dude? So I swear to God, this is like Tommy Boy, dude. Like literally, like Monday, something happened Monday or Tuesday. No clue, like none. About Wednesday and Thursday, I'm like, man, like, so like this part of my arm, like it's not so much here or here, but it's like this area right here, right? And I couldn't figure it out because like rolling my arm over like this, I can't see. And then I get out of the shower freaking yesterday. And like that fucking horrific goddamn thing is like on my arm in all of its rainbow fucking glory. And I'm like, what in the fuck did I do there? Because like I don't remember that's clearly like I bumped the absolute shit out of my arm to get a bruise that size.
Oh, yeah.
And I have no fucking clue like what like at all what the fuck I did. You know what I mean? Like it entirely plausible. Couldn't fucking tell you. I couldn't tell you.
I'll be the first to say I wake up with bruises at random. So
I think that's a sign of the times. I
sleep that fucking hard.
Wow.
Toss and turn that much when I'm sleeping that I end up fucking bruising my own self.
It wouldn't be the first time for me either. That is like I cannot.
Holy shit!
I cannot deny that. Like I could have like accidentally swung my arm back doing something in the freaking gym earlier this week, and I wouldn't have even noticed it. Like you just get tunnel vision, dude, and I don't even fucking feel shit half the time. I'm just built to fucking just keep going. You know what I mean? Like,
I had one incident where I woke up and this was just like that reddish, purplish, the entire pectoral area. It looked so bad you would have swore I tore my fucking pec.
That's what. Yes, and I know exactly. That's like I remember going back to the fucking field. You know what I mean? Like in my fucking grunt days, you know, we were in the field so goddamn much. You go for 3 days, you get the weekend off. You go for fucking 5 days the next week, get the next weekend off. You go for fucking 2 weeks the week after that, and then like you get back from like, you know, basically spending about a month in the fucking field. And I go to go to take like a shower, you know, like an actual shower, and you're just covered in just like scratches, cuts, bruises. And you're just like, I don't remember feeling a single fucking one of those because it was just so goddamn like, yeah. Nikki says, "You see my face for Jay Bruce arm in his sleeve." Yeah, please don't say that, baby. That makes it sound really bad.
Yeah, in that context, Jay, after you put it that way, that does sound really bad, Nikki.
Yeah.
Jay's about to have a whole case on them.
Oh my god, I'm about to. Yeah, they've had to put a case on me. That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. Jay.
I don't do DV, dude. Like swear. But no, like that's it was when I noticed yesterday, I felt like Tommy Boy. I was like that dumb about it. Like it was just like, how in the fuck did I get a bruise and how did I not notice it for 2.5 fucking days? Like because by the time I saw it yesterday, they don't get that rainbow color the day after. It takes like 3 or 4 days to get like that real when bruises get real luminescent, you know, and they look like
a real meaty flavor.
Yeah, where like they look like the water outside of East Palestine, Ohio right now after that fucking chemical disaster, dude. Like where the water's all fucking rainbow. Like you don't get colors on that like with fucking bruises for like 3 or 4 days minimum. So it was like, I'm like counting backwards in days, and I'm like, I didn't even fucking do anything that day. What the fuck? You know, any of those days. We haven't, aside from like me and Nikki have been going to the gym. Oh, fucking, here we go. I got the best one, dude. Fucking, this is fucking, I'm so excited about. Nikki has fucking graduated her occupational fucking therapy and her fucking physical therapy, like as of fucking this week, dude. Fucking A. Fucking A. I'm telling you, dude. I'm fucking telling you, man. Fucking, dude, we're excited. Fucking excited, dude. So basically, like,
back to norm before long.
Somewhat. We're still kind of in the throes of the process, but that part of the process now shifts over to, it's just going to be me and her going to the gym now. They basically gave her the go ahead, like everything she was doing in physical and occupational therapy, she can now do on her own at the gym, you know, or with me as a partner, whatever. Like, and so now we've been going to the gym and fucking like 5 days a week, just fucking chilling, dude. Like getting fucking back at it, dude. And it's been productive.
Fucking iron.
Yeah, dude, the iron is like it's like church to me, dude. Like that, it's like the last vestige of anything like what I would call like kind of like spiritual to me, and it is the gym. Like that's like I was always very into physical fitness when I was in the Army. Sometimes I had the opportunity to do it, to be more into it than others, obviously, like when you know, married and kids and stuff like that. But it was always there, and now that we have kind of started like doing it as much as we should be anyways. It's fucking, it's fun, and I enjoy it, and it's like being in church. That is like, I literally feel like I'm in church, and the iron does not lie to you. You fucking, the iron gods, dude, like, they're hard on you. You fucking lift it up, you fucking put it down. If it's fucking too heavy, fucking, you need to fucking slow your roll, homie, and fucking go down. Or if it's too light, you need to fucking challenge yourself a little bit more and quit being a fucking baby back bitch and fucking increase that fucking weight.
She's over here talking about going to the fucking gym, and I have a whole ass cake on my desk.
Oh, you're. Don't worry, Joe. We all go at our own pace.
You just reminded me. I'll be back.
Oh God, here we go. What did John do? Freaking.
He's going to get some cake now too.
God damn it! That one keeps messing me up. There we go. Jay prays to the God of Iron. There we go. That's what the fuck I do. So yeah. What do you got, John? Oh, more fucking fatty cakes.
Fucking Dunkaroos.
God fucking damn you.
Fucking Dunkaroos,
fucking guys, dude. God damn it, dude. This is why I drink. This is why I fucking drink.
30-pack, baby. Let's go.
Eat your Dunkaroos, John. You earned them this week. You
listen. When the taxes come in, the Dunkaroos are here to play, baby.
I can tell. I can tell, dude. Yeah.
Motherfucker went to like Sam's Club or Costco and bought the biggest motherfucking box of Dunkaroos they have.
Bought a fucking pallet of that shit, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Now
when my taxes come in, though, I'm probably gonna buy a case of fucking Yingling. So like, you're not necessarily wrong, homie.
Dude,
not necessarily wrong.
There's 3 ways to eat these, bro.
Oh God.
Oh God. Yeah,
we're about to get a fucking demonstration.
Here we fucking go.
Just standard dunk.
You got the dunk.
Yep.
The dunk and scoop.
And then
my favorite.
The sandwich. Where you do the dunk and scoop and then take another one and put it on top.
This is my Happy Meal, baby.
You guys disgust me. I hope you guys know you fucking disgust me. I love you guys so fucking much, dude. I love you guys so fucking much. All right. So fucking, yeah. So that kind of happened. But then, so for entertainment purposes this week, I have 2 very, very, believe it or not, very pleasant reviews.
Oh.
Fucking first up, I actually got a little bit of time this week to sit down and spend some time playing a game. I finally got access on Game Pass to play Doom Eternal. And when my goddess Nikki was still in the hospital and we were kind of still going through some of that, I know we talked about it on the show a few times. I was just playing the shit out of fucking Doom and just kind of like having fun, like, you know, ripping demons apart, you know, and it was kind of like a metaphor for my life at the time, like just traveling into hell to just attack every fucking demon I can see and fucking, you know, get them the fuck off my back, right? So Doom Eternal is the sequel to that. This is the one that's relatively recent. I had a very pleasant realization, John, that you're going to laugh at. I formerly owned this game on the PS4. I still own it on the PS4, but I haven't really plugged my PS4 in. I realized, John, playing Doom Eternal, that when I played it on the PlayStation, I never finished the game. So I've been playing fucking Doom Eternal. I still haven't gotten all the way through it because I'm enjoying exploring all these fucking levels. And the levels I like. Here's what I like. What they did with Doom
I'm surprised.
I was too. For some reason I had this false fucking memory. Fucking thank you fucking brain. I had this false memory of completing that game. You know, this is like right around the time you and me first started talking and hanging out.
You got busy.
I was playing Doom Eternal and we were playing Call of Duty, and like it was right around the same time frame, and then I forgot that I fucking never beat the game. So now I'm fucking playing this game. The levels are absolutely huge. So like one thing they changed, they changed it for the better in Doom Eternal from Doom, is that these levels are absolutely ginormous. And then even on you guys know I play on the weakest setting possible, just so I can like have fun and just rip and tear.
I want to enjoy the game. Like
I like to rip and tear. That's what I do.
I'm a casual player because I play Doom Eternal also on PC.
Fucking A.
Here and there, I'll boot it up and play it and run through a level or run back through a level to make sure I got all the little fucking secrets and all the side shit.
That's what I did on
I don't
Doom. Mm-hmm.
I don't play it on the hardest setting because I'm sitting back to casually play the game.
Right. To enjoy it. Not to get pissed off fucking every 2 seconds because I'm getting swarmed or whatever.
Yeah.
That's another positive is they did slightly tweak the difficulty. So it is by far, even on the easiest setting, it is by far more difficult. So you have to utilize all the tools you get. You have a couple of different, there's a flame tool, you know what I mean? That's new to the mechanics. There's a new ice blast that is a secondary mechanic to the frag grenade. You've got to utilize all this shit. You really, and you have to get used to doing it because when there's certain portions of the game where where you're getting to some of the boss levels where it's almost impossible to win if you don't like just and they tweak the difficulty level up just enough to where it's not too difficult on the easiest setting, and I love it. So even when I do have to replay it a few times, when I die, it's not like crushing my soul. It's like I get a little bit farther every time, and I'm still building this. I still don't have all my suit coins, and I haven't upgraded everything yet. So it's like once those upgrades all occur, it'll probably be like when I play Doom now, and I just go in and I just absolutely wreck shop on everything.
Well,
you know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing that I like that they did with Doom Eternal was they took that I'm too young to die difficulty setting and they amped it up just enough to where there's some spots that you might die 2-3 times trying to get through.
Yep.
But unlike playing it on the hardest where you're going to die 9 million times before you make it through that and you're going to get pissed off with the easy setting, you have to play it 2-3 times, but each time you're making it a little bit further through the stage.
Yep, that is exactly what they did. I love that mechanic that they kind of added. It was a very pleasant surprise to see. It was a very pleasant surprise to see that they had all the tweaks they made were improvements, which is hard to. For me, it's hard to after playing the shit out of Doom again, like replaying Doom. It was hard for me to imagine like how much better they could do because it was already pretty well done. Doom 2016 was very, very well done. And I'm gonna say like straight up, they did it right. And so my final fucking score for Doom Eternal, no shit, guys, I shit you not, we're giving fucking Doom Eternal a fucking throbby, veiny, fucking bottom out E. Okay, fucking like just scramble your ovaries 9.5 out of fucking 10. And I still have not completed it, so I'm still gonna be working my way through. That was long, but that's okay.
And fucking loud.
That's okay though. I love it. So yeah,
I'm working on that. Let me put that to
Doom Eternal.
We'll put 60.
Doom Eternal has me fucking walking funny this week. Let's just put it that way, okay? I'm shitting fucking pancakes over here, okay? Like fucking.
Jay took the long dick of Bethesda up the butt.
Yeah, I really did. I really did. So yeah, Doom Eternal 9.5. I look forward to completing it. I'm still looking forward to like going back and kind of replaying it like I did with Doom 2016. After like I get all like all the upgrades, all the fucking everything, and you basically just go in and slaughter everything. That's going to be a lot of fun, like kind of replaying it after I make it the rest of the way through. For video game reviews for next week, I got a recommendation from friend of the show, Chris Bodette, to try Inside, the game Inside. It's on Game Pass currently. I did download it. I did download it. I have not started playing it. So tune in next week. I will most likely be giving a video game review on the game Inside. For movies, oh boy, are you? God damn it, dude! Are you guys fucking ready for this shit?
Yeah.
What did you see this week?
I just saw it last night. Like we got lucky because I almost like I said, aside from my Phantom Bruise and fucking Doom Eternal, I didn't have much. And then last night, me and my queen sat down. We kind of had kind of like the day you're having right now, Joe. Me and my queen kind of had yesterday. We went out on Friday night, did a little bit of karaoke, and woke up. Both of us kind of were a little lethargic yesterday. So last night in the evening, while we were winding down, we decided to watch a movie called The Last Duel. The Last Duel is a period piece set in medieval France. Okay, it's a story about like knights and kings and squires and fucking the court, the royal court and earls, all that fucking royal shit that we don't fucking do here. But it's a period. Yeah. But it's a period piece. So that's the period, the time frame you're freaking in. It's based on a fucking true story, which is kind of, I had a little bit of fun Wikipediaing this shit after I watched it. The movie, which I was very pleased to discover at the very end of it, directed by fucking Ridley Scott, dude. Like, no shit, this is a fucking Ridley Scott movie. Came out in 2021. I remember vaguely seeing something about it a couple years ago, and it fucking like vacated my brain like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anywho, it stars fucking Adam Driver, guy who plays Kylo Ren, and Ben Affleck is in there. And then, of course, where Ben Affleck goes, the actual star of the movie is Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Fucking. So,
did you hear that?
No. Try again.
Where the fuck did it go? I have it. I just pressed it.
Is it there? You got John.
No, you still didn't hear it?
Nope. No.
Hang on. I know.
I can't wait for this. This is gonna be funny. So John's doing something funny. John is always up to no good.
Matt Damon.
There Matt it is. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So the main character is in fact played by Matt Damon. So freaking like, yeah. You just keep your hand on that button, John, because every
Matt Damon.
It never gets old. It never fucking gets old. So anywho, they kind of did this movie in a very interesting concept. There's chapters, right? This is based on a real life incident that occurred in medieval France. Two squires who knew each other like pretty well over the years, fought in a couple wars together, big battles or whatever. The Adam Driver's character is younger, but at the beginning of the movie, you see him in a battle and he saves Matt Damon's life. Okay. And then it kind of goes from there. Each chapter is split up by different perspectives. The story is basically that Matt Damon's character is basically like a war junkie in medieval France, if you can imagine it. So when he needs money, when he needs stuff for his lands or whatever, he goes and fucking fights somewhere. He's basically
Matt Damon.
He's a sword for hire basically for the French crown at the time. And it's never going to get old. And so as he goes, he keeps going through these other battles. Adam Driver kind of stays home and stays back. Well, one of the times when Matt Damon returns to his wife, she accuses Adam Driver's, character of rape while Matt Damon was away. And so Matt Damon fucking like,
shit.
And there's a whole side story with where he's sued for land, like Matt Damon has sued for land that he felt he was owed. And like and he keeps getting in his mind, he keeps getting wronged by everyone around him. He's not a knight yet, but he's a squire. And even being a squire back then is somewhat of a healthy position in the case system of medieval France, right?
Yeah.
Along his travels, he eventually becomes a full-fledged knight. Okay, and he is knighted over the course of the movie. Chapter 1 is from his perspective of things. Okay. Chapter 2 is from Adam Driver's perspective. Chapter 3 is from his wife's perspective. Okay, and so as you're going, there's this running theme of there's a thing in storytelling. It's called unreliable narrator, right? So like you've got your side of the story, I've got mine. Somewhere in the middle lies the truth, right? Like it's kind of one of those.
Ooh.
And so as this movie is fucking progressing, by the way, chapter 1, you know, Matt Damon's fucking story, his fucking story, that's about as fucking clean.
Oh, he's got a better one.
God,
where did you find it?
That is about
on the interweb.
That is chapter 1 when they tell his story. That's about as close as you're going to get in this movie to the kind of like the romantic medieval, you know, fairy tale kind of like whatever with a knight in shining armor and doing things for the honor of his fair maiden. And as the story progresses, you start seeing that, like, especially when you get to her perspective of things, that pretty much like Matt Damon and fucking Adam Driver are both pieces of shit.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Stop rewinding.
So it's called The Last Duel because in reality, in fact, this guy actually pleaded all the way up through the court system in medieval France to the fucking king and challenged fucking Adam Driver to a fucking duel to the death. It's not officially the last public duel in France, but they only did it like one other time after this occurred. This was a fucking literal fight to the death. So obviously the movie kind of starts and you see them getting ready, like charging at each other in a joust. And then it fucking cuts. You go through the fucking chapters of everybody's fucking stories. And obviously the culminating event of the movie is the fucking duel itself. Okay, I'm not going to fucking spoil the ending if you haven't seen it, especially if you don't know the fucking history of the actual fight that occurred. Okay, fucking this one amazingly comes in fucking highly recommended. Fucking again, was very pleasantly surprised by seeing Ridley Scott's fucking name attached to this shit. Fucking Adam Driver did a fucking great job. Fucking the lady that played fucking homie's wife fucking did an amazing job. And of course, the man himself, Matt Damon, did an amazing job.
Matt Damon.
So fucking, I'm going to give again, dude. This is fucking like, I don't know how I got so lucky this week. Fucking, I'm also going to give this one a very, very solid, very fucking throbby, fucking punch your fucking gutsy 9 of fucking 10, dude. This movie like really surprised me. I was surprised by how much I fucking enjoyed it. I'm very surprised at like how it flowed and freaking like it was by the end it was like, well, holy shit, that was fucking pretty goddamn good. And I love the shift in perspectives because again, like at the very beginning, you get that's as close as you get to the kind of like romanticized, like, you know, fairy tale fucking medieval times. Everything after that is like a lot closer to fucking reality. To by the time you get to her story, it's like, goddamn, like knights and fucking squires and they're like people in the court and like the like people, you know, people like Ben Affleck's character in the film, like he's like one of like the rich assholes, you know, of the time, and it's just like people were real shitty back then, dude. And it was like that's how it was. And freaking
so I do have a question.
Sure.
So if we're talking in this era, was it Matt Damon speaking during that time, or was it so he goes over there, he's just like, hey, so you fucked my wife, so guess what? Now I'm gonna put a fucking sword through your heart.
So part of the story process is that like he is a very extremely battle hardened fucking veteran. Like if you can just imagine, like if like he's a fucking war.
So
junkie.
he's traveled.
He's traveled. He's fucking survived like countless fucking fights and battles. He is very, very good at what he does. Very, very like he is the the fucking epitome of a goddamn like battle hardened fucking veteran. Crusty as fuck. You know, he's very stiff in he's very stiff in his appearance. He's very he's very cordial. He's very like professional, if you want to call it that. But that does not necessarily endear his character to the other people around him at the time. You know, so like he's not very well liked. So Matt Damon's character is not very well liked.
So, but how does
Adam
he
Driver's,
speak?
It's a very well and rape. The accusation of rape at the time came with penalty of fucking death. And
Yeah.
if for a maiden, for the lady, if a lady made a false accusation, the penalty was fucking torture and then death by fucking
Holy shit.
death by fire. So you would get like an iron collar. You get shackled with an iron collar, lashed to a fucking pole, and fucking roasted alive. And it would take them about 20 to 30 minutes to fucking die. So if the way they settled that to see who was, because in their eyes, whoever wins the fight was fucking correct in the eyes of God, right? That's because they're all like superstitious about that shit. So if Matt Damon fucking loses the fight, okay, his fucking wife gets killed too. Okay, it's a fight to the fucking death, to the end. And like this fight was in fact attended by the king and queen of fucking France. People when I looked up this fight on Wikipedia, this actually occurred, and it is one of the most well documented duels to the death in medieval history. One of the historians in the royal court wrote an account of this fight a few days after it actually happened. That's why we have this story basically. So this is it's a period piece. It's somewhat historical fiction, but it is based on true events that did actually in fact occur. Highly recommend it. 9 out of 10. The Last Duel. Fucking holy shit. That was a fucking good. I was very pleased with that one, dude. That was like
Not bad.
How much I liked that movie. That was a good movie. For Jay, that was a good movie.
Oh yeah.
So,
I gotta check that out because like when I watch like these period pieces and they have Americans try to do British accents, I always go back to when Kevin Costner tried to do it for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I would say I wasn't too overly distracted by anybody's accents or attempts at accents or anything. I want to say for the most part, all the characters did pretty fucking well because I was never distracted by how they were talking. And it's like, and there's,
What about the blonde hair?
Again, when the movie ended and and it said directed by Ridley Scott, I was like, that's it right there. That's why it was fucking so good. It was fucking Ridley Scott fucking directed it, because of fucking course he did, right? So like that's basically how that happened. So that's basically my week in review. It was pretty tame this week, aside from, like I said, going to the gym and destroying my right arm on some kind of bruise, fucking whatever the fuck, and playing Doom. So fucking back to you in the studio, John.
Oh, well, we're back here at the Clean Sanchez studio. When we come back after this commercial break, we will be playing a game called Two Truths and a Lie. Okay. It's very spontaneous. I'm pretty sure.
How long is our break? Can I go get coffee?
It's about 30 seconds. I'll put 2 commercials on.
There you go.
I'll put 2 commercials on.
Okay, let's fucking do that. I'll be right back, John.
Yep. All right.
Are you fascinated by the intersection of artificial intelligence and the human mind? Do you want to stay up to date with the latest developments in this rapidly evolving field? Look no further than the Artificial Mind Podcast. Hosted by veterans Jeremy Strobridge and Jonathan Sanchez, each episode delves into a new and exciting topic, from the creation of images through AI to the impact of nightmares on our mental and physical well-being, and much more. They use cutting-edge technology, like Midjourney, to uncover new insights and perspectives on the world of AI. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a student, or just curious about the future, tune into the Artificial Mind Podcast and join Jeremy and Jonathan on an exciting journey into the unknown. Available now on your favorite podcast app.
Get ready for a journey into the world of video game lore with You, Me, and Lore. Hosts Brandon and Kenny take you on a thrilling adventure through the background stories of your favorite games. Currently, they cover 2 of the biggest titles, Halo and Death Stranding. Learn about Master Chief's battles in Halo and uncover the secrets behind the mysterious world of Death Stranding. These games offer more than just action and adventure, they offer rich stories that are waiting to be explored. Join Brandon and Kenny as they dive deeper into the lore and bring you the insights and information that make these games truly unforgettable. Subscribe to You, Me, and Lore now and never miss a beat in the exciting world of video game lore.
And we're back. So, we're going to play a game called Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay.
Military style. Where's my notes here?
You know, liars shall inhabit their part in the lake of fire, right, John?
I know.
Just letting you know that.
So, for example,
I would know, right?
so for example, so we're going to play Two Truths and a Lie military style, DD214 Gaming style. Each player, we're going to do 3 of them, okay?
Uh-huh.
Each player takes turns sharing 3 statements about their military experience. 2 of the statements are true and 1 is a lie. The other players have to guess which statement is the lie. For example, a player might say, I once accidentally fired my weapon during a training exercise. 2, I parachuted out of a plane for the first time when I was 50 years old. Or 3, I won a pie eating contest during basic training. You know, so you would have to figure out like which one.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Squilini. Okay. He's got a good one. I could see. I'm looking right at his face. He's licking those lips. He's got a good one.
And a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to go? So, are you going to go first, John? Do you already have a couple for us?
Let's be spontaneous.
Or what, Squilini?
Let's go, Squilini. What you got?
Two truths, 1 lie. Let's see here. I turned down a full ride scholarship to West Point to enlist into the Army. I got medically separated at the rank of Master Sergeant. Only Article 15 I ever got was due to discharging my firearm in the barracks in Afghanistan.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god! Oh my!
I think I know which one is which.
I'm going for the third one. The third one has to be no.
I'm going to say getting out at the rank of Master Sergeant. I'm going to say getting out at the rank of Master Sergeant is going to be the lie out of those.
Yeah.
What you got, Joe? Is that the one?
Yeah. I was an E7.
Okay.
Shot a firearm in a fucking...
What happened, Joe?
There was a fucking camel spider on my fucking chest. That motherfucker had to die.
You fucking discharged. You fucking had an ND over a fucking camel spider?
All 15 rounds in my fucking pistol.
Are you fucking
into that motherfucking spider?
15 rounds in the barracks? Holy shit.
10, but you know, same thing.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, Joe.
Okay. I got you. Two truths and a lie.
I was
Oh man, that's great. All right.
I do too.
Number 1, I fired a weapon while pulling security during basic training. I found every hole in Fort Jackson, which caused me to have surgery, and I deployed to Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Yeah. I also had a little bit of a misfire one time while pulling security in basic training, and I didn't clear my weapon after war games. And when we went back in, we went to our hole, and I'll never forget. I was my foxhole buddy was Swearingen, Brandon Swearingen, and I looked over ahead of me, and my imagination switch turned on, and I'm looking in the woods, and I'm just like, oh, here come the enemies. They're coming for me. And so I put my weapon from safe to semi, and I fired it and allowed boom, came out.
Because
and
he still had a fucking blank in it.
Yeah, and everyone started freaking out, and all I hear is, "What the fuck was that?" I got yelled at by PG, and then here comes the drill sergeant, marching his ass over. He goes, "What the fuck was that? Who the parade rest?" I told him what happened. He was like, "Well, goddamn, you're fucking lucky the captain ain't here." He goes, "You would have restarted you." He said, "You would have restarted you right here, right now." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Meanwhile, we're in our second FTX. So if you're familiar with the timeline of that,
fucking relaxing Jackson. So
that's
Jackson
true.
ain't always relaxing. I can tell you that. Freaking our friend of the show, Ronnie J, is freaking doing his drill time there right now. So I guarantee you that even if the entire rest of the base is ate up, his platoon is fucking not. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, fucking Ronnie J, dude. Fucking
cheers to Ronnie J. All right, what you got, Jay?
I'm almost there. I was like, I had something in my head, and then it went out. So like, give me like 1 second here. I'm trying to
see. This is gonna be interesting, Squilly, because he's done a lot of shit, and there's a lot of shit that he hasn't done. I
remember.
We have a lot of public record of the things that Jay has done, but not the things that he hasn't.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very okay. So, 2 truths and a lie. On my ERB / what they call SRB now, my lowest line score is 126. I had a negligent discharge freaking in the field at one time, and I never fired my weapon in 2.5 years on mission in Afghanistan.
Last one.
Oh, I think it's the last one too.
Last one?
I think the last one is a lie.
Yeah.
Where's the buzzer? Where's the buzzer? Fucking buzzer, you're wrong.
Don't tell me you fucking Jake Gyllenhaal this shit.
No, the lie was I never had a fucking negligent discharge, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you guys, dude?
I thought you were going to join the club.
Never.
It's only negligent. It's only negligent if you didn't intend to fucking fire.
Boy,
John had a negligent discharge. Mine was completely on fucking purpose.
Over a fucking camel spider.
That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard, by the way. That's almost like that episode when we had you, me, and Laura on, and the fucking wasp almost came into my window.
And started freaking the fuck out. Like,
yeah.
You guys got to get used to insects and creepy crawlers.
I thought for a second Jay was going to join the negligent fire club for a second.
Fuck no, bro. Fuck
no. I'm not part of that either. Anytime my firearm's gone off, I fucking have fired it with a purpose.
Fucking infantry does not play with fucking NDs, dude. Like, on my last deployment, dude, like it became the whole battalion was basically on the same fob. So like when NDs happened, dude, like people got the fucking hammer, like the hammer of God came down on them, especially because they were fucking infantry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the ones that weren't fucking. Yeah, we'll tell some of those stories another day. So yeah.
What you got, Squility?
Shit. One second. Trying to think. I'm gonna have to think still, because I gave y'all my good one.
I haven't used my good one yet.
You go ahead and go, John, and let me think on.
I ran a 12-minute 2-mile run for PT.
Okay.
I dropped the cell phone into the fryer at the DFAC. I dropped a whole tub of hot oil in the DFAC.
Oh, God. 12-minute 2-mile.
Hot oil in the DFAC.
I've never dropped a cell phone into the hot oil.
Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty. You ran a 12-minute 2-mile? No shit?
Yep. Once.
Was it 12 flat, or was it like 12 and change?
It was like 12:30 something.
Mine was my personal, believe it or not, at Fort Carson, my personal best was fucking 12:27. But when I was like I typically hovered in between like I was always in the 13s. But for some reason, like that one day I had the wind at my back a little bit, you know, and it was the route was good, you know, like a good 2 mile route where it was 2 miles straight. We didn't like run in circles. Like I had 2 miles to just
That's so much better too.
At fucking 6,000 feet elevation too. Like that's like my personal best was at elevation. Like it really makes me curious. Really makes me curious about like if I'd been at different duty stations like in the same time period. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
or you remember.
Yeah.
My personal best, not in the military, but right before in high school, was an 11-minute 2 mile. That was like 5.5 minute miles. Again, I weighed like next to nothing, and all I did was fucking run back then. So, the military though, I think my best was around 13.
That's good. And it's funny. I remember the NCO who took my test. He was like, "I can't trust you." He goes, "I can't trust you to carry me out of war, but I could trust you to get the fuck out of there."
Yeah, right. No shit. No shit.
He was. At least we'll have one soldier alive.
Absolutely. Fucking A. Did you get yours figured out, Joe?
All right. So I have a cousin who, while I was in basic training, was the provost marshal of the Army and a 2-star general about to retire. I spent 6 months pulling security at Guantanamo Bay. And what's another one? I was the very last MP to get selected for airborne school.
Ooh.
From your unit or what? Like in general?
In general.
I'm going to say that one. You got John.
I think it might be Guantanamo.
It's the airborne thing. I was one of the
That's
last.
interesting.
I wasn't the last. Because right at the time that I got selected for airborne school, it was the last group that they were taking MPs to do that for.
That's fucking cool.
Because back then, if you were stationed at Bragg, no matter what your MOS was, you had to be jump qualified. Now they don't do that anymore.
So yeah, they got a lot more legs on fucking. What is it? Is it Liberty now? Fort Liberty? Is that what they're calling it?
Camp Liberty is the new
Camp
name
Liberty.
of it.
But yeah, whatever the back in Bragg. Fucking yeah. Okay. Let's see here.
It's very interesting too because I have a friend that went to Guantanamo too, and it's a very hard thing to get. I heard.
So for me, it was literally my unit was like, hey, they're asking to borrow some people for just a 6-month stint at Gitmo to help out the Marine Corps and the Navy. Who wants to go? I fucking raised my damn hand and I spent 6 months there.
Not bad. All right, what you got, Jay?
Let's see here. I had to be separated and almost got into a fist fight with a lieutenant. My highest award that I ever received was the Meritorious Service Medal, and I have 6 combat stripes on my right sleeve in the Army dress uniform.
Ooh, shit!
I'm going with number 1.
I was gonna go with number 1 too.
The fist fight with the LT.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Granted, at the same time though,
hit the
LTs are really easy to get into a fucking fist fight with.
Hit the fucking buzzer, John. You guys are wrong.
Don't tell us it's the one we chose.
No, it's not. I almost got into I had to be set. Me and it's a lieutenant, not one of my lieutenants. This was after hours at an establishment on base at Fort Leonard Wood early in my career when I was still a mechanic, And it should come as no surprise to anyone who fucking knows me that, well, if I ask you to stop and you keep poking, dude, eventually fucking whatever, dude. The guy got several warnings from me. This was a Ebola student, so this is a guy that had completed and been commissioned, but he was going to engineer officer leaders course, okay, and fucking he didn't stop. So the night ended with his buddies pulling him across the parking lot, back to their barracks, and my buddies fucking shoving me into the car so we could get the fuck out of there. Because
shit,
that totally happened. But no, the lie was I have 5 combat stripes, not 6. So that was the lie. The lie was in the number of how many I have.
I was going to say, I know it wasn't the meritorious service medal because
that's I got. That was my.
They were passing those out for like almost like candy after fucking deployments. At least
I actually never got
brag.
one. That was actually my, if you want to call like retirement award. That was basically like that was the last award I got, and that was literally it's the meritorious service medal. Like it was a service award. Like I got that. I was awarded that for my. It was like my career medal, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anywho, it had to be signed off. It had to be signed off by a fucking 1-star. So it was it was no small thing in 2021. You know, to freaking to get all that done. So yeah, that was fucking Fuck.
All right.
Fuck that lieutenant especially, dude.
I got my meritorious service medal 2 days after I got E5.
Shit.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh yeah.
Like those dudes coming back from like the early days of like Iraq and Afghanistan, like the PFC's got just a fucking rack. You know what I mean? And like all the slick sleeve staff sergeants are like, what the fuck, dude? You know, like what the fuck? Like, so yeah.
Yep. All right. And now the one I've been saving the most.
Oh God. Here we go.
I almost went airborne.
Okay.
I received the coin from a 2-star general.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of my kids were born while I was in the Army.
All 3 of your kids being born while you were in the Army.
Jay?
I'm gonna go with that one too.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. I received the coin from 2-star General General Murray. During my DFAC days, it was very cool. It was very cool general too. Gave it right to us. He said that he was very proud of our customer service. It was more, we all got a coin, but
still,
it was during Thanksgiving. So if you guys know what Thanksgiving is like for the cooks, it was very probably one of the most like inspiring moments for me. And I actually gave that coin to one of my cousins who had just joined from Puerto Rico, and he was like, the second he was born, he grabbed like something military, so he was bound to be in the military, so I felt it was right for me to give him that coin. Actually, I was going for airborne until I had surgery.
you actually remind, with talking about the coin, I didn't get a lot of coins when I was in through my time, but one of the best coins I ever got, I thought was the coolest, was it was shaped kind of like this fucking skull behind me over here, kind of like that, but it was our company logo. We were Demon Company, so it was the demon head logo. Basically,
so cool.
And it was. I got it on my second deployment. It was basically a deployment coin. And then when we rotated back to the States, one of my cousins, who actually eventually became an Eagle Scout, they had done a flag retirement ceremony. Where they properly dispose of old American flags, right? Which for those of you who aren't up on your flag code, the proper way to dispose of flags is, believe it or not, by burning them. And he had taken one of the rivets out where you like hang you thread the rope through, on the corners of the flag.
Yeah.
And he had saved one of the rivets. And so he gave me the rivet and I gave him that company coin. And on my next deployment, that little rivet went in my little bag that I carried with me on all my missions. Like all the little items and totems of stuff that people had given me, my daughters and friends and stuff. And I always carried a bag that had trinkets and stuff in it on every mission, and that freaking rivet went into my freaking grab bag of items of power, that like totally wouldn't have saved my life, but apparently like they worked well enough, right? I'm still sitting here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. So what you guys got for the last one?
Fuck.
I ain't got shit.
I was like, I'm trying. Like,
Okay.
I'm racked now. Like that was.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
That was a good game. I think maybe if we do a run back on this one, we should probably just write them out like the week ahead.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That was-
Yeah.
I saw
Have-
it was
have
funny.
a little,
I liked it. It was a good game.
have a little
It's
heads
funny-
up so we can have a list of things.
It's funny because I had like my little post-it note here, and I was looking through the stuff today, and I looked over to the right. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to tell him about this. And I also still want to make that game.
Which one?
That you were talking about. What was it? Find the commie or find the
Oh, the fascist? Yeah.
Find the
Fucking-
fascist.
Yeah, like go through some fucking news articles and find the fucking fascist. Yeah, that's fucking absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking hate fascists, dude.
but we got a little bit of news. We're gonna start going. Oh shit, we got some cheese-filled chicken nuggets straight from Frenchie's Cheese Shop.
God fucking damn it, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I want to be more in
Don't
tune
worry, I've
with
got a
with
double
our-
quarter pounder with cheese showing up here soon.
Yep. You know, I want to be more in tune with more games, especially since like it's becoming to a point where a lot of people are liking the games that we're kind of talking about.
Yeah.
First off, Modern Warfare 2, season 2 has started. Very lackluster.
Surprise, not surprised.
Yep. Resurgence is back. Kind of fun, but at the same time, it still has your inconsistencies. But player drops have dropped. Next thing, we also have where's the news I have here? Oh, Sons of the Forest, the new anticipated sequel of The Forest, has sold 2 million copies in just 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What's that game about?
Cannibals.
So
shit.
it's a sequel.
Yeah.
It's a survival game. So you're in the first one, you're on a plane, the plane crashes on an island. Now you have to build supplies, build a hut,
Stay away from
shelter,
stay away from zombies.
food. And
Those
then you
zombies-
end up finding out that it's a cannibalistic colony, this island that you landed on.
Oh,
So
cannibals,
there's
not
cannibals.
zombies. Cannibals, not
Yeah.
zombies.
People that are living and breathing and still have a fucking heartbeat that are trying to eat you, not
They're
heartbeat
zombies.
and trying to eat.
They're zombies without the disease.
I don't. How the fuck do you get that hungry? You know what I mean? Like I've been pretty fucking I've been pretty fucking hungry, bro. But it's like
I've
How
never
do you
wanted
get-
to eat a person before.
not yet, bro. Not fucking yet. Okay, like
I
don't,
like I like a good liver with farva beans and a nice Chianti,
Chianti.
Look, I like a good cow, bro. Give me the cow. I'll raise one to birth
That's
other
what
cows.
I'm saying, dude. Fucking, you know how they make veal, right? You just tie a little fucking baby
Yeah.
calf to a fucking stick or pole or whatever, and just, oh my god, you can taste the pain. You can taste the pain. Oh,
Okay, so see,
good.
now that you mentioned veal, I've got to talk about a fucking restaurant we went to when we were in chat this last
There
time.
we go. Here we go.
So when we went to chat, that weekend that I did the episode from the fucking car coming down the mountain, kept losing signal and shit. There's this new Italian restaurant there, and our buddies were like, "Hey, you're Italian. You grew up in an Italian family. This is a good place. Let's go here and
Eat some.
you
eat some
tell us
fucking
what
veal.
you think."
Eat some fucking veal. Fucking A.
So they have this like fucking 2.5 pound fucking veal chop on the menu. And it's an old Italian dude that owns the place. He's the only one allowed to cook. Like he's that kind of.
Yeah,
he's the
it's one of
typical.
those places. One of those places.
So he's cooking everything right then and there when you order it.
Right.
Oh, if it wasn't the most tender, sweet, juicy, fucking slab of goddamn meat I've ever had.
Veal is
Like-
fucking delicious when it is done right. Even the army did it right. Like sometimes, like we'd have like veal in the fucking DFAC, like when I was deployed sometimes, and it's hard to fuck up veal, dude. Like when you do, like it was so goddamn. You can taste the pain.
Yeah,
like oh,
exactly. And yeah, so
cheers to fucking veal, dude. Like fucking. That's what I'm saying.
Cheers to veal. So yeah. Next in news. What else we got here? I actually had a really good one here. Apex Legends is coming out with the board game. Very great. Very cool. If you guys are excited for Crackdown 4, I'm sorry. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. You know, just
Douche,
go.
John. Douche.
Yeah, I need to talk about this because I was actually super excited for this game.
But it
and
really is like Crackdown fucking
it looks exactly like Crackdown. I don't know what's going on here. And then news is coming out that even in single player, it requires an internet connection to play.
Oh, looks. DC is fucking it up again. Like, fucking color me shocked, too. Like, something related to DC fucking sucks. Like, oh man.
But no, it literally is. It's you know, it's Crackdown with fucking the villains from the DC universe. That's all the fucking game is.
I'm very disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Diablo fans, we got any Diablo fans?
I mean, I like the look, you know. I like all the fucking demonic shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's pretty
Diablo
cool.
is hot as hell at the Milan Fashion Week as the Danish designer Han Kogenhaven unveils the Thonic Penumbra collection, a collaboration with Blizzard and Diablo. And look at some of these pieces here that were used, inspired by the Diablo series for a fashion show.
Very cosmopolitan. Very cosmopolitan.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Fucking the height of fashion, ladies and gentlemen, here on DD214 Gaming. Never thought I'd see the day. Look at this shit. We're critiquing a fucking fashion show. What the fuck?
You got to give it to Blizzard, though, for actually taking the time to have a collaboration with a high-end fashion designing platform. You know,
I think it's pretty cool that they're, you know, not even just with, you know, like a fashion design, you know, like game, you know, or TV shows like The Last of Us, you know, like gaming has officially like entered the cultural mainstream to where people realize like it does have an impact, it does have a cultural impact, and there's enough people, millions and millions of people around the world even, that play the absolute shit out of this stuff and want to see content related to this stuff or from the universe that it inhabits or whatever. And then we're finally starting to get good shit out of video games. You know what I mean? Like I was so sick of seeing like just video game movies always fucking failing. You know what I mean? Like nobody can ever come up with a good goddamn story. And it's like, you already have the fucking story in the goddamn game. Why'd you have to fucking tweak it? And they inevitably always fuck it up. So
yeah,
the Last of Us has finally come through. We get some fashion from fucking Diablo. Okay. And we are in fact starting to finally, like they're finally starting to trickle out some decent games this year. Like when Joe reviewed Harry Potter last week, you know, regardless of whether or not I'm going to fucking ever play it, hearing like almost everyone universally say the game is good. It came out, it didn't have any bugs, very, very like no glitches, fun to, you know, like, you know, good gameplay, blah, 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 blah. That was nice to hear because like for everybody that's ever kept up on this podcast, for anybody that's listened, for anybody doing a fucking marathon, we have been bitching for 2 fucking years straight that the industry is in the fucking toilet. Like we've almost, there have been entire episodes where we didn't even have anything to talk about with gaming because the industry has been in the fucking toilet. And it's like ever since coronavirus, it just nosedived, and we're sick of it. And so now it's nice to finally see that gaming is kind of getting its fair play from a worldwide and marketable audience, right? So,
yep,
yeah. So
yeah. So that, I mean, that's good for you. So we are, not to end our news, we are 1 year. We are, what is it, past just a little bit slight past the year?
Yeah, it was February 24th, and like, so if you go all the way back to like 2014, it's obviously been more than 1 year. But if we're talking about Russia's like stupid fucking invasion and just trying to completely overtake Ukraine last year, that began on February 24th last year. And so yeah, we're 1 year fucking removed. And I'm sorry when I laugh. Sometimes I laugh when I'm talking about stuff that I'm passionate about. It's not, I'm not laughing about the war. I'm laughing at the absolute fucking futility of the Russians and like what they're doing is boy, do they deserve every goddamn thing they've got coming, dude. And I'm telling you right now, because like Ukraine has given it to them. Ukraine has sustained losses too, and it's their country they're fighting for.
Yeah, I actually have numbers for you too.
Russia's fucking military is functionally gone. It does not exist in a form anymore. They're basically throwing untrained like whatever they can get their hands on at Ukraine right now, and they're getting stopped dead, like literally dead. And it's been a complete military disaster. Russia is completely isolated on the world stage now. Like maybe not completely, you know. I want to remind everybody watching this show, okay, unequivocally on this show, we fucking support Ukraine, okay. We are fucking anti-fucking fascist. We don't do any of this fucking bullshit. So if you're thinking that like we should not be supporting Ukraine, if you're thinking that like Russia should just like be allowed to like retain Crimea and the Donbas, dude, like please see your way to the exit. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, because we don't fucking need you. All right, people are fucking dying. They're fighting for their fucking homeland. They're fighting for freedom, for fucking democracy, ideals which we are supposed to hold like dear to our hearts here in America. And they've been doing it for a year, absolutely crushing the dick of this fucking wannabe fucking Hitler fucking named Putin. All right, fucking fuck Vladimir Putin, fucking fuck Russia. All right, I fucking take every fucking day. I take my morning coffee with fucking fresh raw footage of Russian soldiers getting fucking stretched out and stacked in fucking Ukraine. All right, and we're not stopping. And goddamn Ukraine ain't stopping until everybody's fucking gone. All right, so we love you. We love you guys. Fucking Heroyam Slava. All right, Slava Ukraini. All right, we fucking support you here at DD214 Gaming. Keep fucking stretching them out. Keep fucking stacking those goddamn Russians. Fucking, it is so fun to watch fucking our equipment absolutely decimate the fucking military of what used to be a very proud country. And like there ain't nothing to be fucking proud of there fucking right now, or fucking probably for several generations to come.
Yep. Now I do have
absolutely wrecked in the field.
I do have a couple numbers here. Now they are getting their shit pushed in, but since February 24, 2022, Russia has seized 25,000 square miles. That's 11% of Ukraine, where Ukraine has not, which Ukraine has which Ukraine has taken back. It's been back and forth in some of those areas.
Right.
Military casualties, we don't have exact numbers, but it's estimated to be over 130,000 on both sides, which I don't
and I don't know how they're on the Ukrainian side. There's civilian losses. You know what I mean? There's freaking kids.
I have those numbers.
Kids that got fucking kidnapped. Fucking. So it's not just the soldiers that Ukraine loses. It's like they're losing their people too in some of these places.
Yeah. So what I also have here, civilians killed during the war, and this is on both sides, 8,006. Estimated change in Ukraine's GDP in 2022 has been dropped to 35%. Number of foreign countries that completely withdrew from Russia, 335.
There's not 335 countries in the world. Wait, what was that?
Foreign companies.
Oh, I'm sorry, company. I thought you said countries. I was like, wait a minute. Companies. Yes. Like, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we have a statistic here that most of immigrations are going all the way to Poland for safety. That seems to be
because it's a NATO. It's an EU and a NATO country simultaneously.
Yep.
So
we also have a comparison of military capabilities. It's stated that Russia's military has 1.3 million, Ukraine 500,000. Active soldiers in Russia 830,000, 200,000 in Ukraine. Reserve forces 250 on both ends. Paramilitary units 250K on Russia, 50K in Ukraine. We also have what do you want to know? There's number of border crossings. What we have here from Ukraine, 18 million people have crossed to Ukraine. 10 million have crossed into Ukraine.
Yeah. So there's people going home. There's people freaking getting out of the hot areas. It has been documented and proven several times over, especially in cities like Bucha. There are documented Russian military war crimes. They are going in there like fucking animals. They are doing horrifically.
Yeah, they say that there's over 60,000 probable military war crimes.
Easily
60,000.
Easily. They. You talk about, this is the kind of shit where in the Army we talk about not having rogue units. Like if you ever wonder why you have to get like PCS every 2 or 3 years, or if you stay at a duty station for several years running. Periodically, you'll get switched to a different company or a different outfit, and so we don't incur what they call a rogue unit. And Russia's entire military, including the fucking piece of shit fucking like Wagner company, okay, they have all just gone in fucking guns blazing, weapons hot. They don't care if you're fucking Ukrainian army or if you're a fucking civilian. They don't care if you're a fucking child. Okay, they have been nonstop committing absolute atrocities and war crimes, and they still are where they are, but they are getting getting absolutely hammered back. They are getting hammered back so hard right now. And every time they have functionally lost entire fucking divisions, which is like the fact that their KIA count is approaching 150,000 in barely over a year should say everything. It's like they're fighting using like World War I tactics that just do not work on the modern battlefield. And I say, hey, Russia, keep it the fuck up, guys. Keep it the fuck up. Because boy, does my coffee taste a lot better when I watch you fucking idiots keep getting your fucking brains fucking like blown all over the fucking goddamn street, dude.
Yep.
Like,
and as of right now, the United States is leading the way with an estimated value of weapon deliveries, which seems to be a controversial topic of discussion right now.
There's no controversy. It's fucking fascists in the United States that are fucking that are like fucking in Putin's pocket. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Fucking nobody in the United States should be questioning our support for fucking Ukraine. And
so that's 18.
Intolerable to even think about that.
So United States, Germany, and the United Kingdom are leading the way. United States with 18 million, Germany with 4 million, United Kingdom with $3 million to help with weapon deliveries.
That's like in one day, dude. Like we've sent them billions, like billions of dollars in equipment and fucking even just straight funds. But that's okay too. So yeah, fucking. Dude.
Yeah, and then there's been over 4,500 list-based sanctions from Ukraine, and the United States has over 2,000 sanctions against Russia right now. A lot of stuff. If you guys want to check out this website that I have, I'm going to put the link in the chat. It has a whole breakdown with links provided with all the information that is needed to know what's going on in the current war in Russia and Ukraine.
In Ukraine. Yeah.
In Ukraine, things are getting to it's been 1 year. Things are getting spicy.
Yep.
Russia's
about to officially, like, the final collapse is coming, and all they're doing right now is they're holding a wall basically, and that wall is about to fall down. And as soon as that wall falls down, dude, like Donbas is going to be retaken, Crimea is going to be retaken, and it's probably going to take a few more months, but current projections have everything catastrophically failing for the Russians by the end of summer. Somewhere close to or by the end of summer. It's going to be crazy. We're going to read the newspaper like they did the day after Hitler died one of these days, dude. I think Putin's going to be a grease spot before the fucking year's out. So we can only hope. Yep.
And and while we're coming up to the end of episode 99, I just want to say, guys, episode 100 is next week.
Fucking
100.
Fucking dude. We made it to 100 fucking episodes, dude.
Yep.
Like,
it's gonna be
shit.
You're gonna see a nice little layout here. Gonna be nice and clean here. Same intro. Same intro music, new intro video.
Okay. Are we gonna get my call sign on that one?
Yes, darkness,
dude. I should have used that on the two truths or a lie. Like was that ever like it's my nickname, but was it ever actually my call sign? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and guys, you just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us with these last 100 episodes. Honestly, it's been a ride. We've, we got Squilini here now with us. It's been cool to have you here and to actually be a part of this milestone. I mean, because technically, I mean, you guys know the history, but this 100th episode means a lot to DD214 Gaming for many reasons. It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of progression, a sign of consistency. And consistency is a major key for what we do here. We may not be the best or the greatest or the smartest or the prettiest, but we're the coolest. We're the fucking coolest.
We're definitely the fucking coolest, and we definitely fucking we try very hard. So we just try to get better every day. So it's like,
yep.
In the infantry, technically the sixth principle of patrolling is looking good while you do it. So like even if we don't always freaking hit all the right numbers, or freaking sometimes our jokes fall flat like a hockey puck, we still fucking look better than you do. So fucking
and we're having a good time doing it. We're having a good time being poor. We're having a good time just getting it done. Because it's funny, because like the greatest thing about being a veteran is that we get to live our own type of luxuries and be happy with and then be able to do things like this and not have to conform to the regular everyday lifestyle,
the standard.
Working. Yeah, the standard.
I didn't really realize how much your viewpoint kind of changes on things until after I got out. And it's like, why the fuck would I want to go back to that? You know what I mean? Like I didn't do all that time in the army to get out and go right back to the fucking rat race. You know what I mean? Like doesn't mean we fucking rest on our laurels and just get fucking lazy or shitty about it, life or whatever. It's more like, do what the fuck makes you happy, because it's fucking short. It could fucking all be over fucking tomorrow. And when I lay my head down for the last time and I go down to die, I ain't gonna have no fucking regrets. Okay, you're not gonna see me fucking crying in my fucking last beer I drink fucking about like shit that I didn't do. It's gonna all be shit that I goddamn did do. You know what I mean?
That's right. Right. And in saying that, we're here at the final thought, guys. I just want to say, we say it every week. We've been saying it every week since episode 1.
Yeah.
For 100 episodes, guys. You are never alone. You are never alone. And we cannot stand you being alone, okay? But if you do feel alone, guys, you could always call the National Suicide Hotline. Start off with star 988 or 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. You got to understand, guys, we go through it too. There are times, hey, I'm not having a good day, and I'm not even gonna lie, the last 2-3 days I've been waking up. I've been waking up kind of grumpy and frustrated for some odd reason. I don't understand why. I'm actually probably the happiest I am. But there are days that you still
we all have bad days. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to pull out too. It happens to all of us. If you're having a bad day, you can hit us. You can hit one of us up. You could hit us up on the Discord. We try to have a good time there. We try to have a good time here on Facebook. Hey, we're gonna start having some stuff. So we're gonna start playing some Cards Against Humanity soon. We're gonna start. I'd actually like to do that this week if we can do that.
I would too. I would absolutely enjoy that.
Since it's a game your computer won't fall apart while playing, but guys, please, you're never alone. Make sure you call that number. Make sure you call us. You could send us a voicemail. You could hit us up on the DMs. Anything that you need from DD214, we got you. Anything else, guys?
Just want to freaking tell everybody to have a good week. Freaking, you got another 168 hours ahead, dude. Fucking be safe. Stay together. Okay. Freaking pay attention. Keep your head on a swivel. Situational awareness is still a thing. All right. Slava Ukraini. All right. We're going to get like 2023 is already shaping up to be a better year than fucking 2022. So
it really is.
I'm going to keep going to the gym and keep my fucking dick hard. You guys keep fucking kicking ass and fucking whatever you're doing this week. Okay. And we're all going to get back here fucking together in 168 hours. So fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
Yep. And guys, we love you. So long, farewell, and yep.
He doesn't.
Yep. Let's have a good week.
You too.